one of the issues we've discussed in Norway is also, but do we want to marry? Isn't that just the gay community adopting the heterosexual way and accepting that is the way things should be? And I say, no, we don't have to marry. No one has to marry, but we all have the right to choose that for ourselves. That's why the right to marry is important, because every gay person who does not want to marry should have to make that decision themselves, should have the possibility to reject marriage themselves and not have that rejection put on them. They shouldn't be told by the state, you should not marry. They should make that as a decision. This is my life. I decide that I will not marry. Just as many heterosexuals have that right to choose not to marry, or to choose to marry. So even for the people who think that we should not marry, or who don't think that marriage is right for them, I believe that even for them, the marriage issue can be important, because that puts that decision in their own hands as opposed to in some politicians or some priests or whoever else decides that we should not marry.
The domestic partnership in Norway was only for same-sex couples, or it was open to all couples?
No, that was just for same-sex. Well, that was never really legally tried, actually. I know that the presidential candidate in France entered into a registered partnership. That was never tried. No one ever tried it here. So, and now the law has been abolished, so we won't know.
Okay, so now
it could probably have happened, but no one ever tried. I believe that if someone, a heterosexual couple, had said, well, we want to enter into a partnership, not a marriage, they would probably been allowed to. But as I said, it was never tried.
And now it is not a
now
possibility.
The
you don't have domestic
partnership registration is gone, because we only have one marriage law, and that includes everybody. We call it the common marriage law.
Okay.
As opposed to gay marriage, we call it the common marriage law, because it's a marriage law for everybody. And that was also a strategic choice of words, because in the beginning it was called the gender neutral marriage law, but that sounded much more provocative than common marriage law. So common marriage law is also for other activists out there, if they want to fight this fight, choose your words carefully.
Was it easy to find the words? I mean,
actually, this word was found by the government. Because we were actually fighting for us. It was the gender neutral law for a long time, until the government administration presented the papers for the law, or the first suggestions of it, where they did not use the term that the rest of us had been using for a while. They changed that term, and for a while it was not that easy to make people change what they called it. But now I think it's generally accepted as the common marriage law.
Do you have a lot of diversity organizations in the country? Do you have like one single organization? Do you have like clubs?
For the sexual minorities, we do have smaller organizations, but we are far the biggest one, and we do cover or try to cover all the many different groups within the group of sexual minorities. So we do have gays and lesbians, bisexuals, transgender, and we try to include intersex. We try to include everybody, but there are smaller organizations for some of the specific groups, particularly on the transgender area. There is one organization specifically for transvestites, and there's another specifically for transsexuals with the diagnosis transsexualism.
Okay. So, questions, comments?
No.
No?
I believe that I want to see the questions from our readers actually. I think that is much more interesting than my questions.
Okay.
Because right now questions from Latin America are more important than whatever I would ask about, because I'm not capable of understanding the questions locally. What kind of questions that basically could arise. So I'll wait and see.
Okay, so thank you very much.